Matchmaking Travesty. The Crossout rant by Dangerously Incompetent. Just recently, my win rate's been rather poor, but I've twigged to the reason. Well, a reason. A contributory factor. And it's Matchmaker. Just recently, it's pitching me against groups of veteran players, with nothing but random players on my side. Now, being in the group's an advantage. You can cooperate, you can coordinate, you can talk to each other, you can concentrate your firepower, all those good things. That's why Matchmaker has a rule that if you're in a group, in a mission battle, then there's going to be a group on the opposite team. Or at least there was a rule. That rule seems to be waived recently. And now you can get a group on one side and no group on the other. I mean, it's easy to spot people in a group when they're in a clan group, and then sometimes there are groups that aren't in clans. They're a bit harder to spot, but after a couple of battles, and you see the same names at the top of the top of the score team, the scores, time and time, battle after battle after battle, then it becomes obvious they're in a group. But at the same time, as the group matchmaking rule has been waived, the veteran rule is still strictly enforced. You know, you get a veteran on one side, then there's going to be a veteran on the other to balance it, because a veteran has an advantage. You've got experience, probably have a good build, might be an upgraded build, you'll have your co-driver trained up, all that stuff. You've got an advantage. So fair enough, a veteran on one, veteran on the other team. And I've got 45,000 mission battles, so I'm a veteran, and so the matchmaker's going to put a veteran on the enemy team. But it doesn't care whether that veteran is in a group. So I keep on seeing veteran groups on the enemy team, and there's no group on my team, which is not a fair fight in my opinion. And that's what mission battles are. They're random players in a fair fight. Or at least that's in the description. Or at least was in the description. It's gone from the description of mission battles now in the user interface. So I'm getting fed up with this. I'm not willing to be cannon fodder for other groups of players, because even if I play hard and separate one from the group and butcher them, the other three are going, oh, he's a threat, let's gang up on him and gank him. And 1 versus 3, you don't win very often. So I'm getting so fed up with it. I've got to the stage where I see a group on the enemy team of veterans that I recognise. You'll play at the same power score for a while, you start recognising the names. And I go, yep, that's a veteran group on the enemy team, there's randos on my side, I'm not bothering, and I quit out of the battle. So what am I going to do about it? Well, I could group up myself and take that advantage for myself. I could group up myself, but that feels a bit shonky. And plus, I've got to go to find a bunch of people I'm happy grouping up with, and then we've got to go through the hassle of scheduling a time of when we're going to come on and group up and play and all the rest of it. And I don't like scheduling my play. I rock on to Crossout whenever I feel like it. And that's a feature of Crossout. One of the good features, not standout, but a main feature of Crossout is that you can come on to Crossout any time, day or night, hit the battle button, and seconds later you're in an 8 versus 8 fair fight. You don't need to bother about grouping up or timing it, well, at least that's the ideal. It doesn't always work out in practice if you come on at 3 o'clock in the morning and there's no one else on. Anyway. And the other thing is, every time I seem to group up, one of the players turns out to be a time waster. We go, right, we're all ready, let's go. You're not ready. Why aren't you not ready? We're waiting for you to go. Oh, just be a second. What are you doing? No, it won't be long. Look, we're waiting for you now. We waited for you last battle. We waited for you the battle before. We're fed up with this. It's rude and it's disrespectful to make the other members of the group wait for you. I've had enough. I'm out of the group. Bye. And then they have the effrontery to get the hump because I'm refusing to group up with them. I'm old. I've got precious little life left. I'm not willing to spend it waiting for other people to get ready themselves up for group and then go queue up for a battle. So I'm not going to group up. You know, this situation of me meeting veteran groups on the enemy time, it's only going to get worse. Well, firstly, because there's some irresponsible YouTubers called everyone's attention to it, and more as time goes on, more and more vets realise, we group up, we don't get countered by a group on the enemy. That's an advantage. We're going to end up winning more often and getting more resources as our battle reward. Great, let's do that. No downsides. And more solo players are going to realise what's going on and go, yep, I recognise those 4 names. Quit out that battle, and you're gonna go queue up, quit out, queue up, quit out, queue up. Oh, fair fight! Oh, fair fight. Queue up, quit out, queue up, quit out. And you spend so long queuing up before you get your fair fight that you end up not bothering at all. You don't bother to play Crossout because you spend too long queuing. So Targem, you need to fix this. Reinstate the group matchmaking rules, or disallow groups from missions. Otherwise, it's curtains for your career, lovey. Well, that's it. That's a rather depressing video. Let's hope I find something to be more cheerful about in the next video. See ya.